Hi, my Trit family, my friends and family. How is everybody? I hope everybody is rested and relaxed. I hope everybody had a wonderful, wonderful spring break. And it is time to get back into our regular routine. I am sitting downstairs in my basement. My husband and my boys are upstairs, and they're all watching the rerun of the Masters from last year, which I love, and I am going to go back up there and watch the end because we are big Tiger Woods fans here at my house. Um, but I knew that I needed to go ahead and get myself prepared to do my lesson today. Now, I always start out my lesson with a riddle. So here is my riddle for today. So, what has a head and a tail but no body? What has a head and a tail but no body? So, as we go through our lesson, just kind of keep that in mind. So, before we actually get into our lesson, I kind of got a little ahead of myself there. Um, Hope you all did some fun things as a family over the break to kind of put a new and exciting spin on your spring break. Well, I can tell you a couple of things that we did as a family. We spent some nights pretending like we were camping and sitting around a campfire, when in actuality we were all sitting around our fire pit in the very back of our yard, and we relaxed and just told funny stories and laughing, and we sat out there, and we have also a grill, like one of the grills that you see at apartment complexes, like when you're at the beach, condos at the beach, or all the grill that's on a stand. So just to have one a grill back by our fire pit, so we could grill and eat there. We had one of those grill type apparatus things put in. So we grilled hamburgers and hot dogs, and then fixed s'mores. So we did that a night, and then a couple nights we sat out there and just had a big fire and sat around there and talked, and we were pretending kind of like and imagining being at the beach. We told funny stories and things that we really like to do at the beach, and if we were at the beach, what would we be doing probably at that moment? So we did a lot of family reflection, played a lot of family games. We love to play cards. We love to play board games. So, and also watch movies, but we love doing those things. So we had some good family time together. So again, as we are headed now into our fourth week of digital learning, we're getting back into our routine of our learning, and doing the best to stay focused, to stay grounded, remembering to do all of the things that we need to do to keep us healthy and keep us safe. So, making sure that you're getting plenty of sleep, which most everybody should, I think. Um, uh, Healthy, get enough sleep, eating the right foods, keeping our body healthy. Um, our proper food, making sure that we are wearing our helmet, making sure that we're drinking plenty of water, and when we have the opportunity to be outside, which last week everybody should have been outside a bunch, and making sure that we get plenty of exercise. So all of those things we need to continue to do to make sure that we keep our body healthy, and again make sure that we keep our brain challenged and look for new and interesting ways in which to do that. So as I was thinking, as the governor extended our shelter in place here, I was thinking about different characteristics and different things that each of and every one of us, we probably experience different emotions and different feelings. And as I had the opportunity, or all the teachers had the opportunity to go back. Here a few weeks ago, we were allowed to go back into the building in 30-minute shifts. And Mrs. Karstens was so great in having only the 10 people in the building, with one of the administrators being the 10, but we were strategically allowed or placed to go back into the building to get other materials to help us throughout the remainder, at least through what we were thinking maybe the end of April. But as I got some more books off of my bookshelf, I looked at this one particular book, and as I said, the way I act and looking at different characteristics, I think, and emotions that each of us might be feeling, I thought, you know what? As the more and more and the longer that we are in our homes and doing our distance learning, maybe some of our patience and how our actions towards others, how we treat others, maybe some of those our characteristics and those things might be challenged and all. So I thought this would be a great book to read as we continue to shelter in place during this time. And the title of our book is called The Way I Act. So when you think about this, think about your actions. How have you been acting since we have had the shelter in place? How have your actions been towards your family, your brothers and sisters, your mom and dad? Would they be, if I were to be able to talk with each and every one of you every day, would you tell me that your actions have been positive? Would you tell me that your actions have been respectful, like thinking about our Tiger's Promise? So what would your actions, and especially if I were to talk with your mom and dad, what would your mom and dad tell me about your actions and your just how you've been handling yourself during this time? All right, so here we go. The way I act. Curious. What planet is the biggest? Where do wild geese fly? I want to learn about the world. I'm curious. That's why. So, have you been curious? Oh, responsible. Now, this week you got a little reprieve. I am doing my homework every night. I fix my sister's sled. Now, right now, we wouldn't need a sled. I'm proud when I'm responsible. I even make my bed. How many of you are making your beds in the morning and showing some responsibility? Or again, maybe doing things without being asked. Compassionate. Compassionate. When grandma is sad, I hold her hand. I help friends when they fall. I'm compassionate when I care for creatures, great or small. Oh, trustworthy. This is a big word that we have talked about a lot. Being trustworthy, being honest. I do not take what isn't mine. When tempted, I walk on by. I'm trustworthy. I tell the truth even when I'd rather lie. So, tempting to take maybe something that banana or that ice cream sundae looks great, but realizing that's not that person. And you know, boys and girls, as I've said personally, this is Mrs. Edwards' thought, that to someone to say that he or she is an honest person, they are truthful, in my opinion, that's the highest compliment that anybody can ever pay you. And while Mrs. Grindstaff and I are filling out paperwork on our students all of the time, and they ask, describe and give some characteristics of the person. And it's wonderful when we both can write. He or she, whoever it is that we're talking about, is an honest and trustworthy person. They always tell the truth, even when they know that there could be consequences. They always tell the truth. So, boys and girls, I hope that you will definitely take that to heart, to always, no matter what, always to be truthful and to be honest. Brave. I'm brave when I get on the bus and I go off to school. I'm brave when I try skating or jump into the pool. That looks like fun. I'd like to be jumping in my pool. Our neighborhood pool, not my personal pool. Friendly. Right now, we're not having the best time with our friends, other than maybe FaceTime or in group chats or emailing or texting. No matter if you're shy or bold, I hope you'll always play with me. Let's read or draw or climb a tree. I'm friendly as can be. So I hope once we get to be back with our friends that you will keep that in mind. Persistent. Persistent. Meaning we don't quit because TRIT students are not quitters. Hooray for me, the puzzle is done. Now all the pieces fit. Be persistent, that's my goal. I'll try hard not to quit. I am persistent. We don't give up. We keep working. We try and try and try. And again, you remember all of the famous people that we talked about that worked so hard on their many inventions and all, and they didn't quit. They did not quit, such as you think of Edison in the light bulb 9,999 times. Ooh, that's a lot. And I don't know that Mrs. Edwards would have been as persistent and definitely as patient. I think that I will have to say, honestly, for me, I would have given up. You know, I'm being honest. So, and being respectful. So think about every morning, as Mrs. Karstens talks about, our Tiger's Promise and being respectful. I honor my parents' request. When asking, I say please. I know that I am respectful too, and when I don't push or tease. So making sure that you are respectful, not only respectful to your parents, but also respectful to your brothers and sisters as well. And cooperative. How cooperative are you at home with all of the events and all of the different things in sharing and playing and everybody being in all the space of your house, in the rooms and all together? I pass the ball in soccer games. I help you fly your kite. When we are cooperative, we don't have time to fight. So hopefully you all are being very cooperative in your playing together. Capable. We are all very capable of doing all of these things. I can do so many things like sweep and sing and run. It's great to be capable. I smile and I say, well done. And we can say that when we are doing our schoolwork because you are most capable. Staying active. That's very, very important, boys and girls, to stay active, making sure we get plenty of exercise. Dancing, prancing, running, jumping, spinning like a top. When I'm active, I feel great and never want to stop being active. Being considerate. Are you being considerate of each other? Considerate. I'm considerate of other kids. I do not scream or hit. When Grandpa needs a chair, I say, here's a comfy place to sit. And being imaginative. Being imaginative. imaginative in these days, trying to think of new things, new and exciting things, put that creative brain to good use. I'm a wizard. I'm a star. I play until I'm done. I love to be imaginative. My games are so much fun. What new ways have you come up to be imaginative? Friendly, brave, considerate, curious, on the go. My actions show who I am now and how I want to grow. So, boys and girls, I hope you'll think about like all of these characteristics and think about how they apply to you. And hopefully, you are going to be able to look at yourself in a very positive light. But if not, and you know that there's room to change, you're the only one that can do that. Okay? All right, let's look back at our riddle. Who has a head? Or what has a head and a tail, but no body? I hope everybody has thought about that, and I hope many of you got it. And the answer is a coin. A coin. Here is heads, and on the other side, tails. So, a coin has heads and a tail, but no body. Okay? So that's the answer to our riddle. Now, for our counselor giveaway, I have for a lucky person, I have a creative coloring book with colored pencils for you to enjoy. I love doing coloring books like that or like this. So they are lots and lots of fun and lots of awesome designs and things. So one of you will be receiving the coloring book. All right, boys and girls, I sure have missed you and am kind of glad to be back with you again. So I hope everybody has a great rest of the day. And y'all take care. And I will talk with you all on Wednesday. Y'all take care. Bye.